Okay, so I'm gonna solo the bass on the bass track. Before we go any further, I'm curious, which plugin name is more clever? Bass-Mint or Mbassador? Here we go. This is the bass with no bass-mint. It sounds like a bass. This is with bass-Mint on. So this is a lot of saturation, which is actually kind of pleasing, and we could soften it. So I think it's just the higher frequencies are muted a little. Then you can bring them back. So you can soften the high frequencies and then bring those high frequencies back. All right, then let's go on to resonate. You know, I think actually these frequencies that it seems to be adding might help a lot for cell phone speakers. This wouldn't be a bad thing to add to your bass. And in fact, we can solo what it's doing. So this is what the resonate buttons. That's what it's adding. Okay, so let's go to octave. I think it's having trouble like detecting like where the note starts or something, so it's like boom, blunk. We have synthesize, which will make this even worse, I think. The synthesized note is off. So maybe it's just not finding the right pitch or something. This could be user error as well, but to me it just sounds bad. All right, and then we'll go to overfold. I think on a kick drum it might sound cooler. If you watch this for a few more seconds, you'll get to hear it on a kick drum. Again, before, and I think what I liked the most was resonate, and after. It just seemed the most natural for a bass. So now we'll go over to Mbassador. This is the first enhancement, which to me sounds a lot like Bass-Mint's Resonate module. And then you can also saturate that signal. So it kind of pokes out at that frequency. That actually sounds a little better. And there's a linear phase button here. I guess that's probably a higher quality. So if you add that, and then you add this sub, it's going to generate a synthesized sub bass an octave down. And you can saturate that signal as well. And so let's compare these two. I've got this sounding kind of like how I like it. And let's compare them individually. So I'm going to mute it. We'll go back to just the bass. This is just the bass. And let's listen to the Bass-Mint version. Actually, I think that is a little smoother. It's actually evening out the hits somehow, it seems like. We might be doing a little something secret under the hood. I think it's doing some kind of spectral compression, which they don't even advertise that it's actually doing that, but. So I like the saturate and I like the resonate. I really like that. Now let's see what we can do with Mbassador here. just overcooking it a little bit. There we go. Let's set in that second sub. That's even lower. If you gotta have your headphones on to hear this, it's nasty, it's very low. There you go. It's out of control, nasty low. I don't think realistically I could use both of these. If I take it out, I definitely notice it's missing. Melda also has a Mwavefolder plugin that it does wavefolding all on its own, so it doesn't have it built into Mbassador, but they do have a plugin that can do that. So you can hear what it's doing here. And if you don't have this low pass on, so there is an option for that as well if you want to do it inside of Melda, or if you already have the Melda plugins, you do have this function available. Okay, now we'll move over to Kik Drum. Let's start with Bass-Mint again. That saturation is really thickening up the kick drum like an insane amount. And so that's crazy. See what Resonate does? So what we're finding here is that Resonate, for me, seems to work better on the bass, and Saturate works better on the kick drum. Let's try the octave just for fun. Synthesize, it's adding another layer of synthesis here. I don't think this is really necessary for a kick drum, and also to me, it doesn't follow the pitch accurately enough. It sounds a little out of pitch, out of key with itself, out of tune with itself. This, however, this is a very creative way to thicken up your kick drum. So I would have to use probably two instances of this. I'd have to use one using the Saturate and one with this overfold. You would have a huge kick. Okay, so let's compare that to Mbassador. All right, so we just have this one enhancement here. This seems to be working really well at this 100 hertz note here. I don't know, I like having even more. Let's see about the tone. This is definitely doing a lot of enhancing. Let me take it off. It's like the kick drum disappeared completely. I mean, it's there, but when you turn this on, nasty. All right, so let's add a sub just for kicks. Like I said, I think this tracks the pitch a little better in the synthesis. Ooh. What if you took the original kick out? You could duplicate the track or do split it and process the sub separately. Even another octave down, I think. Yeah. It sounds like you're in a club or something. If you guys have headphones, good headphones, you can hear this. So I think, I mean, obviously this is too much. If I add the kick back in, maybe turn this down. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one sounds better, because I can't really make up my mind. So I'm going to mute Mbassador, and we'll turn Unfiltered Audio back on Bass-Mint. I really like that overfold. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back over here to Saturate. It sounds like it fits better, like it's not doing too much. It's more subtle than Mbassador. Oh my gosh. I'm falling for your trick, Melda. This is a little over the top, or maybe I need to turn it down. Like if I use this and then I put the Mwavefolder on here, this could be nuts. This is thickening it up in a similar way as Bass-Mint. Just having Bass-Mint, you can get the same results as having both in Mbassador and in Mwavefolder. However, I'm not sure exactly about the pricing. Well, both of these companies do have subscription programs, so maybe if you're already in one or the other, you won't have to get the other. So one more time, we'll go back to Unfiltered. And back to Mbassador with the Mwavefolder. And just for fun, I'm going to put that second sub on. I don't know in what world I would actually use this. So that's dry, that's just the kick. I'm doing all of this in the context of the mix just because the kick drum's pretty loud in the mix, so you should be able to hear all of this. Okay, so that about wraps up my Bass-Mint versus Mbassador review, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I'm not even sure if you need these kind of plugins. Maybe if you're really trying to mix, you might want to have this type of plugin enhancing your low end. For me, I tend to not, but I think I'm gonna experiment with these a little more and maybe put them on my next mix and see how they translate. Thanks again for watching this video. If it helps you in any way, hit the thumbs up button, and you can hit the thumbs down button if you really like taking extra long to get your songs done. Somewhere there's more videos over here to help you get songs done. Mbassador. Why do I do that every time? Which plugin name is more clever? Bass-Mint or Mbassador? I can't.